In this video, I'm going to go over the details on the 6 main shots in badminton which make up the foundation of the game. I'm only covering the main shots and not variations like cross-court shots and some backhands. I've divided the shots into overheads and underhands. The overhead shots are clear, drop, smash, and drive, and the underhand shots are lift and net shot. I'll start with the forehand clear, drop, smash, and drive, and then move on to the backhand clear and drop. Then I'll go over the forehand lift, and then the backhand lift, and finish off with the forehand net, and then the backhand net. So let's start with the forehand clear. The forehand clear is the number 1 shot to learn. You hit it from the back of your court to the back of your opponent's court. This shot keeps your opponent back, and you use it to tire out the opponent, and you also use it to limit your opponent's options. The shot is hit with an upward angle, and it has height and it has depth. This diagram shows you that you play the shot from the green zone into the red zone. And in this diagram, you can see that offensive clears have lower trajectories and defensive clears have higher trajectories. Here's one last look at the forehand clear. So just remember that offensive clears have flatter trajectories which speed up the game, and defensive clears have higher trajectories which give you more time. Now let's look at the forehand drop. The forehand drop is hit from the back to the net. It has a downward angle. The distance the shuttle lands from the net varies. It brings the opponent forward, it makes the opponent lunge, and it prevents the opponent from hitting down. So from the green zone into this red zone. And in this diagram, you can see that it's from the back to anywhere in this zone close to the net. Here's one last look at the forehand drop. So remember, depending on what you're trying to do in the rally, if you play it further away from the net, it speeds up the rally. If you play it closer to the net, it brings your opponent closer to the net and makes them lunge. Let's look at the forehand smash. So in the forehand smash, you can hit it from anywhere to anywhere, as long as it has a downward angle. You can either attack the court or you can attack the opponent's body. Smashes cause unforced errors, and it also sets up for net kills. So anywhere from this green zone and anywhere into this red zone. So again, the forehand smash can be hit from anywhere to anywhere as long as it's hard and it has a downward angle. Here's a last look at the forehand smash. So again, you can play it from anywhere on your court to anywhere on your opponent's court as long as it's hard and it has a downward angle. You're trying to cause unforced errors or you're trying to set up for a net kill. Let's move on to the forehand drive. So the forehand drive is hit from the mid-court and net to the back of your opponent's court. It is flat or has a downward angle. It's fast-paced, it's mainly played in doubles and mixed doubles, and it's a shot that either neutralizes or attacks your opponent. So anywhere in this green zone to anywhere in this red zone. So here you can see that the forehand drive is a flat trajectory from mid-court and net to the back of your opponent's court. Here, one last look at the forehand drive. You can see I'm getting down really low, making sure I'm playing it in an overhead. I can attack my opponent with it, or I can neutralize the rally. You're playing it in doubles and mixed doubles, but you can also play it in singles as well. All right, let's look at the backhand clear. So the backhand clear is hit out of necessity if the forehand is not an option, and it's safe only if it's deep and only if it's neutral. So just like the forehand clear, you're playing it from the green zone into the red zone from back to back. And again, the backhand clear is defensive if it's a higher trajectory and offensive if it's a lower trajectory. So only play this shot if it's out of necessity, if the forehand is not an option. If you need more time, hit it higher, and if you want to be more aggressive, hit it flatter. Let's look at the backhand drop. So the backhand drop, just like the backhand clear, is hit out of necessity if the forehand is not an option, and it can be aggressive and it has also good variety. The backhand drop is played from the green zone into this red zone. So from the back into this zone, anywhere from the net to about the short service line. So again, only play the backhand if the forehand is not an option. But if you do play a backhand, you can develop it to a point where it has lots of variety, so you have lots of options. Let's move on to the forehand lift. So the forehand lift is from the front to the back. You contact it high or low. It has lots of variety in the trajectories. So types of trajectories are either offensive or defensive. It keeps the opponent to the back of their court, and you can use the net for deception. So anywhere from this green zone to anywhere in this red zone, all the way to the back. So lots of different types of trajectories depending on what you're trying to do and what your opponent has given you. So high trajectories are defensive and flatter trajectories are more offensive, so more attacking. So depending on what your opponent has given you and what you're trying to do with the rally, you can either hit it high to give yourself more time, or to speed up the rally, you just play it a little bit more flat. Let's move over to the backhand lift. So backhand lift, just like forehand lift, is from the front to the back. The contact can be either high or low. Lots of variety in the trajectories. The trajectories could either be offensive or defensive, keeps the opponent to the back, and you can also use the net for deception. So anywhere from this green zone to anywhere in this red zone in the back of the opponent's court. So again, in this diagram, you can see that higher lifts are more defensive and flatter lifts are more offensive. That means that the higher your lift is, the more time it gives you to get back to the center, and the flatter your lift is, the faster it moves the rally, the more aggressive it is on your opponent. All right, let's look at the forehand net shot. So the net shot is one of the most important shots in badminton. It's from the net to the net. You use the net against your opponent by forcing them to lift or forcing them to make unforced errors, and also gives you opportunities for net kills and smashes. So anywhere from this green zone into this red zone. So again, from the net to the net up to about the short service line. So again, one of the most important shots in badminton if you want to finish off rallies with smashes or net kills. And then the backhand net shot, no different from the forehand net shot. It's from the net to the net. You're using the net against the opponent by forcing them to lift or make unforced errors and hitting the shuttle into the net. And it also sets up for net kill opportunities and smashes. Again, one of the most important shots in badminton. So from the green zone into this red zone. Again, the trajectory shows that it's from the net anywhere up to the short service line. So again, one of the most important shots in badminton because it allows you to control the net and puts you in position to smash. So there you have it. Those are the 6 main shots in badminton. If you like this video and you want to learn more, please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.